I operate an immigration consulting practice. The customer, the client approached me to help them study, work, live, invest in Canada, and the end result is, submitting an application package to Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada, and hope that, you know, their decision is an approval. I mean, I'm an immigrant and fairly new, and I came here. I obtained my permanent residency through the federal skill worker program under the express entry. I didn't even consider myself under small business. I started telling people that, oh, I operate a mini business, because in every case that I tried to get support, I wasn't eligible under my business. So I'm like, my business is not small, it's mini. So then I got to that stage where my livelihood was being threatened, and I'm like, I have no family in Canada. I came here with nobody. I'm literally on my own, and my friends are friends that I got in terms of establishing relationship with people when I got here, and I'm still new. So I'm like, I can't sit down. I have my rent to pay. I have my bills to pay. I have a business to run. I'm offering a service that is actually needed, and I just started not even on the basis of what I have to try to find a way to get money and all of these things. I just started webinars to say, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and just do something. I had to do something. I started having free webinars, and I realized how it was positively embraced, and people were asking for more. And I'm like thinking, how can I turn this into something that will at least help me to maintain my livelihood? And it wasn't easy, because I'm targeting, or I was having webinars in a market that is in a developing country, and where people are like facing a lot of unemployment and the financial situation because of the COVID, right? So I started to think, how do I approach new markets? So because I lived in Japan, I know a lot of Jamaicans who are in Japan, and not many Japanese, right? And then I realized, hey, there's so many foreign nationals in Japan, and many of them are not even from Jamaica. They're from European countries. They're from They're from countries where English is their first language. So then I'm saying, you know what? I got together with a resettlement agency, and a recruitment agency, and an agency that offer one of the designated English language tests in Canada. And we come up with a plan. I'm like, you know what, I want us to get together, because I want to have a webinar in India, and one, well, in the Indian market, and one in the European market, targeting London, the areas where English is strong, pretty much, right? And from doing that and promoting, just by promoting, not even to say, the webinar, hosting the webinar as yet, just promoting, I'm getting positive feedback. People are actually reaching out and booking consultation. And I'm like, there you go. I've never been to these markets. I hardly know anyone there. And it's a thing where they're responsive, because people are actually interested in coming to Canada. I made a little tagline to say, bringing hope to you. I'll bring hope to you, because one client that I recently got, for example, she operates a hair salon, and she works six days per week, and her only day off, she was too busy to get to my office. And I'm like, don't worry about it. How about I come to you? And I'm like, in my head, yeah, I'll take Hope to you. She lives in the Ottawa area. It wouldn't take me a lot to go to her and get the information I need to start her work for her. So these are the things. I mean, obviously I realize how it is important to be flexible and have a receptive mind, open to make changes and adapt to the situation. And it's like, to an extent, I was compelled to have to do so, to have to think outside the box, not to be complacent, because I am my support. The most rewarding has been and continues to be sharing in the joy of client success in their application. Good news always bring hope. And yeah, during the rough patch of COVID-19, and some of the clients, because I know them, I wouldn't say on a personal level, but I know their personal situation. When they get that good news of approval, visa approval, that is strength that gives them energy to say, definitely, to confirm rather that there is hope, and there's always a silver lining, and they can smile even in the midst of the COVID challenge. Don't give up. That is my first and foremost advice. Do not give up. Make changes if you need to, but if you have like a strong belief in your business and what you offer, more than likely it is what you're supposed to do. Yes, it may mean it is possible that you might not be in it. You may not be doing it the right way. You need to restructure, you need help, whatever the case is, but just don't give up. You have to keep fighting, keep pressing,